welcome to this News 24 exclusive. इस News 24 exclusive में आपका स्वागत है. We are in battleground Telangana and I have with me KT Rama Rao, KTR as he's known. He is a senior minister in the government. He's the son of the chief minister KCR. He's also, I believe, a four-time, if I'm right.
Yeah, this is my
KTR?
fifth election.
Fifth election, four-time winner.
A veteran, actually.
He's now he's a young veteran from Sisila constituency. And is joining us here in Telangana. Now, thanks very much indeed, KTR, Ram, for talking to us.
Thank you, Vasu.
You know, last time was, of course, a landslide for the TRS. This was, or the BRS, as you're now called, your second victory on the trot. You won 88, I believe, of the 119 seats. The Congress only won 19. This time, you're now seeking your third successive mandate. It started off with the assumption that it's a cakewalk for you again, or it's smooth sailing.
Who says otherwise?
But, that's the buzz. That's the buzz, and that's what I'm here for you to respond to. That it has now become a tight election.
That's what I'm saying.
Congress feels it has a shot.
The thing is, the buzz has been created by this election strategists and others, you know, in social media. Society में कुछ नहीं है. Social media में शोर शराबा है. सोसाइटी में जनता में कुछ नहीं है, क्योंकि
आपको कुछ नहीं लगता कि थोड़ा भी टाइट?
मैं एक बात बताता हूँ. हाँ. एक बात बताता हूँ. आजकल क्या हो गया ना, हम लोग अगर कोई किसी को बोलते हैं कि अपसर्ज है या डाउन स्विंग है, जो भी है, what is the criterion for saying that? Is there like a previous election where they got a certain percentage of votes, or is there like a survey that has come out? See, there were 7 or 8 surveys that came out, and almost 6 of them show that BRS is going to roam home comfortably.
Okay, but at least tell me this. One interesting thing that you would at least concede that has happened is that it seemed like BJP was actually going to be the main challenger. They did very well in the municipal elections in Hyderabad. They won 4 seats in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, including defeating your own sister, which, you know, many thought was at that time unthinkable. But somehow BJP seems to have collapsed. Congress now has emerged as the main contender. That at least you would concede. No change हुआ है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल. 6 months or probably 9 months before this, before today, I'd say, you would give BJP probably a little more credit for being a contender. But now the situation is one where BJP has completely collapsed, and that vote probably has shifted a bit to Congress. So therefore, whatever noise you see happening, etc., is primarily for the second spot. You know, BJP was in the second spot. Now Congress is trying to take over the second spot. So the first spot, rest assured, is with us. The second contender, the runner-up position, is now a toss-up between the two of them.
The reason why the punditry or the general analysis is seeing a narrowing of the race, and of course you will be wanting to rebut this, is a number of factors. One, this constant kind of narrative which the Congress seems to have crafted, that you are the B team of each other, right? TRS is the B team of the BJP. You have backed them on key legislation. They are going soft on you when it comes to, you know, cases against your sister, not arresting her. These are all, they say, signs of a match fixing. Okay, let's take it one by one. Let's look at the B team.
B team allegation, right? If supporting key legislations is an issue, and if that makes you believe that we are in cahoots with them, then I would say Congress has also supported the same legislations. And let me come.
But let me come to the specific legislation. One second. On 370, on supporting them on Article 370, see, that is a core agenda of the BJP, and some say part of a core Hindutva agenda. That you want to remove special status of India's only Muslim majority state. You also strip it of statehood. Now, is that something which you find defensible, that you supported them?
No, listen, there are 2 things I'll tell you. 370, yes, we were clear that we wanted to actually ensure, that we support the government on that specific issue. Only because, you know, there are different, you know, thought processes within the country as well. But I'm not, see, on the whole,
statehood, I mean, you are such strong advocates for federalism, right?
See, what was mentioned in what was mentioned in the bill, that the statehood would be restored. Please don't forget that. Statehood would be restored in a time-bound manner. It hasn't happened yet, of course, but it was mentioned also. So it was not stripping off something completely. It was merely ensuring that level playing field is created with the rest of the country. Whether somebody would...
You still stand by that call? Or in hindsight, do you feel that may have been a mistake?
Hindsight, I think it was a mistake.
Hindsight, you think supporting
it was absolutely a mistake. Supporting Modi on anything was a mistake. That's what I believe.
But why why on this? Why do you think this was a mistake?
Well, it was because, I think what was promised was that it was a temporary thing. But it ended up not to be. Now it seems like perpetuity. So definitely it's a mistake because not just this, I mean GST for instance, and even several other bills which we supported with the understanding that, Sampurna Kranti ki taraf hum ja rahe hain. We supported demonet. It's a huge mistake, huge embarrassment to us, all of us who ever spoke in for demonetization.
This is quite a frank admission.
It is.
You're saying that all these instances where you supported
See,
these
we're all
guys
human. We're all human. We make mistakes. But the thing is, you have to learn from these. But going back to what you said, B team. Let me go complete that. One of the things I'm, perplexed about in Rahul Gandhi and all these other gentlemen who keep saying B team. See, अगर किसी पे केस लगाना और उनको गिरफ्तार नहीं करना अगर बी टीम का सबूत है, there are enough and more instances when the Congress has supported key legislations in Parliament, and then there is a National Herald inquiry. Neither Rahul is arrested nor Sonia ji. So what does that mean? Is that implicit? Does that mean they are complicit?
Okay, so you're saying it's very clear there is no.
I'll tell you what. We fought 5 elections, Vasu. So far 5 general elections. Since 2001 till now. In the last 5 general elections, we have aligned with people only twice. 2004, we aligned with Congress openly. 2009, we aligned with Communists and the TDP. 2014, 18 and 23, we were fighting alone. Not even in a local body election did we align with BJP. So where is this nonsense coming from?
So when the PM says, KCR came to me and asked me to join NDA,
PM is a great script writer.
Nahi.
PM is a great storyteller and a script writer. He should next compete for winning an Oscar. Because, Natu won as an Oscar and we can get a nice screenwriter award, script writer award. I'll tell you what.
You're saying that meeting never happened?
The meeting, of course, did happen. Now, why would I say no? But the PM says 2 things.
The meeting of CM.
Of course, CM meeting a PM is an issue.
Okay.
Now the other question I'll ask you. No, let me complete. See, the PM has said so many things in the last 10 years. To kind of hoodwink the people of this country.
Okay.
He has said by 2022 the farmer income will be doubled. He's also said by 2022 every house will have a tap.
Sure.
He's also said by 2022 every individual will have a house. He's also said 5 trillion economy. Okay. He's also said bullet trails. So if you want to believe all that nonsense,
no,
believe this as well.
This is a good idea to set the record straight that the meeting happened, but हुआ क्या उसमें then?
हुआ ये है कि मोदी जी 2 साल के बाद सडनली उनकी याददाश्त वापस आई, जैसे हिंदी सिनेमा में आता है, आके यहाँ कहानी सुनाने लगे. मैं यही पूछता हूँ, अगर मुझे सुन तो लो वही बोल रहा हूँ. अगर मुझे चीफ मिनिस्टर बनाना होता जैसा उन्होंने कहा, तो हमें उनकी सहमति की क्या जरूरत है? हमारे पास तो 105 एमएलए हैं, उनके पास 1 एमएलए है. पूरा खुल मिला के पूरा क्षेत्र में, पूरा राज्य में 1 एमएलए है. तो उनकी सहमति की, उनकी हाँ बोलने की, उनकी एनओसी की किसकी जरूरत है?
So what did they discuss? What is it when they met?
See, it's between the 2 people. I think you have to ask the chief minister. But I can tell you one thing. हमें कोई पागल कुत्ता नहीं काटा है कि हम जाके एनडीए में शामिल होना चाहते हैं. है कौन एनडीए में? ईडी है, सीबीआई है, आईटी है. इसके अलावा कौन है? बीजेपी है, of course. कौन है?
Okay, so you're outright denying that any such.
I'm saying he's a great storyteller.
Request was made by your father to join the NDA.
Why would we want to join a sinking ship, boss?
Okay, so the other question, Ram, about why people believe that there might be more headwinds for you this time is this corruption business. You mentioned ED, CBI, IT. I know that, of course, you'd say the charges against your sister, etc., are fabricated, but this contention by the agencies that they have evidence that she was part of some South group that was bidding for liquor licenses in Delhi. They remitted 100 odd crores to AAP. AAP used that to fund their Goa election. They claim they have.
They should produce
evidence.
They should produce it. They should produce in the court of law, go for a trial, inquire, prove it, punish her if she is guilty. Punish her. Who's stopping them? My point is simple, Vasu. In today's India, how come it so happens that every opposition party which is fighting tooth and nail against BJP is basically, some charges leveled against them, mudslinging happens, inquiry, investigations come in, inquiries happen. Eventually, we'll have to see what gets proven. But
I agree with, by the way.
Let me complete.
That this is a one-sided.
पूरे के पूरे हिंदुस्तान में सब के सब बीजेपी और उनके साथी सारे के सारे दूध के धुले हुए हैं. राजा हरिश्चंद्र के चिचेरे चचोरे क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
चचेरे.
चिचोरे भाई हैं. हमारे यहाँ चिचोरे बोलते हैं.
अच्छा, आपके यहाँ चिचोरे?
हाँ,
I think it's चचेरे in the north.
Nah,
But anyway.
I'm kidding. It's chichore. So all BJP fellows are apparently doodh ke dile hue, and they're all clean, squeaky clean. Rest of India is all corrupt. Now let me also ask. If the Prime Minister who takes this holier than thou attitude, let me ask you, why does he not speak on Adani? मैं कहता हूँ उनके स्टीयरिंग अदानी के हाथ में है, तो क्यों वो बात नहीं करते हैं कभी?
आप कह रहे हो कि उनका स्टीयरिंग अडानी के हाथ में?
बिल्कुल है, बीजेपी का स्टीयरिंग अदानी के हाथ में. किसने कहा?
Coming back to the allegation that your sister
Allegations
met
are
this
plenty.
Vijay Nair. No, but I'm saying she met Vijay Nair.
Allegations are plenty. Allegations are plenty, Vasu. Let them prove.
But was there any such?
Let them prove it.
In the public perception, do you believe that you may say that these are all bogus allegations? Do you believe that somewhere along the line it does create a sense that
depends
that
on the
maybe,
media and their
maybe
agenda.
there is a.
Depends on the media and their agenda.
Are you feeling anything from the public? Do you feel that there's a sense
I don't
that
think so. I don't think so. I mean, if Sri Lankan government coming out in the open and saying Modi arm twisted me into getting a deal for Adani is not an issue.
Okay.
And if it doesn't get hyped up in media or spoken about in media, how can anything else be taken? I mean, a prime minister being accused by another foreign government that he arm twisted them into giving a contract to Adani, if that isn't an issue in this country, then I don't know if anything else is an issue.
Okay, you're saying it's not a ground issue. We're going on the ground with you, Ram, and
you'll see it for yourself.
In the air and on the ground, we'll see it for ourselves.
Cheers.
We'll carry on this conversation. Thanks.
Cheers.
Thanks. So we are here with KTR. We're about to take off. He's going to go campaigning. I think we're going to go into what KTR can broadly be called your family bastion area. This is the Siddipet area, Sirsila, your constituency. Your father is also there. Tell us about this constant allegation that comes, KTR, that your dad spends too much time at his farmhouse, doesn't come enough, he's not accessible, he's kind of remote controlling the state.
Well, unfortunately, people who don't seem to understand what the job of a chief minister is will make such accusations, because when you can't criticize him on real issues, what do you resort to? ऐसे अजीबोगरीब चीज जिसको लोगों से कोई मतलब नहीं है.
But health-wise and all that, he's fine. There's no.
He's perfectly fine. He's probably healthier than you and me, so don't worry about it.
But the fact is that the perception that you are the de facto CM of Telangana. You're running the show. He's in the farm. You're running the show.
Absolutely nonsense, because he's too strong a person to let anybody, be it anybody, to basically run the show, because he is the elected chief minister of the state. He's a very strong man with good health and a very, very astute mind.
Okay.
So he's really come out with some reformative, transformative ideas which has truly changed the face of the state.
But the idea that this continues to remain a family-dominated party, KTR, what would you say to that? Because apart from you, of course, and your sister, your own nephew is the finance or revenue minister, if I'm not mistaken.
He's health minister, but the thing is...
Health minister.
We've all been part of the agitation for Telangana. So it's not like we've been parachuted after the formation of Telangana. We were part of the struggle firstly, and none of us ever thought we would eventually become ministers or legislators. It just happened because, we started assisting him. I joined in 2006, worked till 14 for 8 years for the party, became a legislator in 9. And then eventually when Telangana came about, I was given an opportunity to be a minister. If I am...
Of course you are. Some would say that's because you're his son, that's because Mahesh Rao is his nephew, that's your sisters and MP, because they're all relatives.
No, I understand. But the thing is, if ultimately we are getting elected by the people, why should anybody have a problem? I'm no Rahul Gandhi. I have not lost in Amethi, I've won my own constituency 4 times on the trot. And if Rahul comes here and talks about me as a dynast, he's lost his own constituency, his family best.
Congress may be on a very weak wicket when it comes to playing the dynasty card.
Even BJP is. What is Jay Shaw's qualification to be the president of BCCI or the general secretary, whatever the hell he is? Other than the fact that he's Amit Shah's son. Is he Virat Kohli? Did he ever play cricket? Is he a cricket expert? Or is he an administration expert? What is he? What is his qualification other than the fact that he's the son of Amit Shah?
Lastly, you don't think in the public mind this idea of projecting all of you as a family-run party is somewhere working against? Is that a negative in the public perception?
No, I don't think so, because each of us is elected by the people. And if the people are electing us, then I don't think the opposition should have a problem. If the people have a problem, they'll throw us out.
Okay, well, let's go and see what the people have to say. So KTR, as we head towards your campaign, give us a sense of how serious a threat do you take Revanth Reddy to be, the face of the Congress campaign? Many believe he's kind of turned things around for the Congress. Is he a serious challenger?
No, I would only say one thing. We beat Revanth Reddy in his own constituency last time. He lost his election for MLA. And mark my words today, on the 3rd of December we can talk. He's contesting from 2 seats. He's going to lose in both of them.
One of those seats is against your father.
Against the Chief Minister, yes, and he's going to lose badly both places.
Both places. You don't think that he's shown fire, spark, he's put the Congress in a competitive position as some claim?
He's filthy, abusive, disrespectful. So I do not want to talk about it.
Okay, you are that dismissive of him.
I think he's a third-rate criminal. That's what he is.
Okay, that is a fairly serious charge, Ram. So if you just want to add
He's caught with 50 lakh rupees directly bribing an MLA of ours on camera, and the trial is going on, of course. And also, his own party MPs today accuse him of purchasing the PCC presidentship for 50 crores. His own MP, not me. His own leaders today have complained to ED that he's selling tickets. What do you call such a person?
There's a sort of allegation that your father keeps moving his seat around, contests from different places, always contest 2 seats, is seen as a sign that there's an insecurity there. To that you would say what?
KCR is the tallest leader in Telangana. He's contested, unlike other leaders, in many seats, not once. The only reason why he does that is because to rev up our party in multiple districts. And I don't think there's anything wrong in it as a strategy. If Modi can contest in Gujarat and Varanasi, if Rahul can contest in Amethi and Wayanad, why not KCR contesting from multiple locations? What's wrong with that?
Fair enough. But of course, KCR has set his sights even beyond Andhra Pradesh, beyond Telangana. You converted PRS into BRS, Maharashtra Rashtra Samiti. But is that really something which took off, or have you realized that it's much more challenging to expand your ambitions outside? You first have to strengthen your foothold here.
See, Vasu, Rome was not built in a day. Even the BJP that had only 2 MPs at one point of time now has 303, of course, after 40 years. The fact is, in India, I think we all have to agree. Things do take time, but one step at a time. What we plan on doing is post-December 3rd, we plan on venturing into Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, we won some local body elections. Now we're looking to make sure we contest for both Assembly and Parliament and hopefully make an impact.
But you don't want to be part of the INDIA alliance because there is already an alliance and a kind of a coalition against the BJP. Why have you rejected them?
Well, we don't think this country is bipolar. We don't subscribe to the theory that both Congress or BJP are the two opposite poles, and therefore one needs to flock to either or. What we believe is both these two parties have been a huge letdown for India as a country, and therefore it is better to remain equidistant from both of them. And
India is not necessarily Congress. The alliance, it's a bunch of regional parties, many of whom are also parties that you've been friendly with. Your father has also gone and met Nitish Kumar. He's part of that. So why not then align with them?
Eventually, you have to understand one thing. These two national parties are so arrogant. They behave as if everybody is a subordinate or everybody is just a surrogate. Both parties today are the principal leaders in these two alliances, NDA and India. And no matter what anybody would like to believe, these are the principal drivers. You look at their arrogance in the way they've dealt with. There is apparently an alliance, but there are no coalition partners fielded in Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan. So what kind of an alliance is this where you just meet for chai biscuit and then only talk about parliament elections and not local bodies or state assembly elections?
So in 2024 then, KTR, then explain to me, how do you see it? So there'll be the NDA, there'll be this INDIA, and then?
And then there are 13 other political parties which are non-aligned to either INDIA or NDA.
Okay.
So who knows what future has in store. But I can only speak for ourselves.
Are you going to bring them together?
No, I can only speak for ourselves. We are contesting on our own in Telangana and in Maharashtra to begin with. There are 48 parliament seats in Maharashtra, 17 in Telangana. So we will be contesting in 65, testing the waters, hopefully come out in flying colours in majority of them, and hopefully we'll make a very impactful debut in Delhi.
Are you basically then envisioning a scenario where in the event that no party gets a majority, you become a kind of kingmaker figure?
Why not? Why not?
Okay.
Because, you know, two national parties.
But you think that, you don't think it's going to be another Modi wave? It's going to be another BJP?
I don't think, I really don't think so. Because, you know, I think the people have seen through his rhetoric, his jumlas. Because end of the day, if you look around, what has he achieved? Highest inflation in 40 years, highest unemployment in 30 years, lowest value for the rupee, and all the jumlas. None of them have really become a reality. So I think people are able to see through this, and they will certainly vote him out.
Okay, halanki it's a little foggy. But that you're saying is the largest reservoir?
Largest man-made reservoir in India. It's a 50 TMC capacity. It's called Mallana Sagar. It's part of the Kaleshwaram project. और यहाँ पे पहले कोई एक टैंक भी नहीं था. It's the largest man-made reservoir, and you know we had to go through massive.
But आप इसके लिए आप क्रेडिट ले रहे हैं?
हम ही ने तो बनवाया, हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने बनवाई.
But Kaleshwaram project is across many different.
Originally conceptualized as just a pumping project without any reservoir or storage. All the storage that you see of water, 147 TMCs, has been built by our government. As a result, the cost escalation also did happen.
So, this is a reservoir that is also then providing irrigation. I mean, it's for
drinking water, it's also for industrial consumption, and of course for irrigation. 10% is earmarked for industrial consumption, 10% for drinking water, the remaining for irrigation.
Kaleshwaram, as you know, has become a big election hot potato. They're accusing you of corruption, they're accusing you of massive cost overruns.
Well, for no reason did Telangana become the granary of India today. From 68 lakh metric ton production of paddy, from a 14th rank in India to #1 spot, displacing Punjab and Haryana, and now procuring 3.5 crore tons of paddy. So that, I think, should answer the question, because you know, jealous people who couldn't do sport will obviously accuse and make silly remarks. But the fact is, Kaleshwaram has transformed the lives of the people of Telangana. An arid region, dry region. You know, when Telangana was formed, out of the 10 districts in Telangana state, except Hyderabad, which is of course urban, all 9 were declared backward region fund. All of them were getting backward region grant funds. So essentially a dry, arid area today becoming the granary of India in 9 years. That should kind of explain how big a success Kaleshwaram has been.
Now these crowds have come to cheer you. Are these hardcore TRS supporters? Are these people who are your critics may say this crowd has been brought? Are these natural organic?
These are cadres, yeah. These are cadres, and we have a 60 lakh strong army of party workers. And as you can see, they are in a joyous mood.
Now a lot of the sort of popular support you've got, you would claim is because of the number of schemes you brought in. Especially like you
Not just that, you know, this is a party that fought for statehood for Telangana. So there is a deep emotional connect with the political party and with our leader KCR. Because these are all youngsters who must have fought along with us, alongside us.
Okay, but at the same time, if you take something like your Raita Bandhu scheme, where you're offering support to farmers, the Congress has also promised similar support. Virtually all the schemes that you would count as your flagship is being replicated by other parties. Is that a worry?
Imitation is the best form of flattery. So I think I'm glad that Prime Minister has copied our Raitu Bandhu and rechristened it PM Kisan. And if Congress is also taking a leaf out of our book, then what I would say is, as a national party now, we have made a very impactful debut, because both national parties, BJP and Congress, are copying us.
But some say that Raita Bandhu has largely benefited the bigger landlords and bigger farmers.
That's absolutely
and the
nonsense.
Congress is offering now money even to tenant farmers.
That's absolutely nonsense, because 98.7% of the land holdings in Telangana are less than 3 acres. So people who say that, they don't know the stats.
Overall though, KTR, you feel confident this time. You told me in the morning that there's no question of the race tightening. You feel you're coming back.
Absolutely.
And is there a chance that I may well be talking to the future Chief Minister of Telangana?
No, I don't think so because it's our leader he's only 69 and he is in the pink of health, as you can see. And pink of health, as I said. And I don't see any reason why anybody should step into his shoes because he's doing very well.
Okay, all the best for the campaign and thanks so much for talking to News24. Thanks very much.
ओए नीचे आ घोड़े बेच दिए क्या
हर बार का ये ड्रामा
दीवाने दीवाने केसरिया के